Welcome to Leadership Unleashed, the show that will explore the multifaceted world of leadership through insightful interviews, thought-provoking discussions, and practical advice from leaders throughout Westchester County and beyond. I'm your host, Dr. Marsha Gordon, President and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester. Today, we're so excited to bring you a special episode of Leadership Unleashed, featuring Stephen Mines, president of the Mines Press Incorporated, and a 2026 Hall of Fame winner of the Entrepreneurial Success Award. Stephen, congratulations. Thank you for being here with us today. And we are so proud to have Westchester Medical Center as the premier sponsor of the Leadership Unleashed podcast. Thank you.
A lot goes into planning a birthday. For my daughter Cameron, it started with a stem cell transplant to cure her sickle cell disease. Yes, cure. Westchester Medical Center Health Network uses every technology, technique, and talented specialist to conquer diseases that could otherwise rob a child of childhood, helping my daughter and thousands of others at Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital. Happy birthday, Cameron.
Happy birthday. WMC Health, advancing care here.
So before we begin, Steve, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and the work that you do?
Sure. My company is 94 years old. I've been with it over 40 years. I originally grew up in Brooklyn. I went to Cornell University. Yeah, I went to Cornell University for undergrad, and I went to New York University for grad. And I've been with the Mines Press my entire career. My uncle was the person who really brought the company from its beginnings to become a really large, well-known company.
So you're a family business.
Oh, yes,
well.
It is a family business. Then my father followed up my uncle. But my father was 21 years younger than my uncle, so it's almost like another generation. And now my sister and I have followed up behind my father. At one time, there were 13 family members working for the company.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's incredible. And so your company, as you said, is over 90 years old. Tell us a little bit about what the company does, first of all.
The name of the company is the Mines Press, and obviously we're a printing company based on that name. But at this point, believe it or not, more than 50% of our revenue comes from our gift division called Ice Cream, spelled
Which
ice
is
cream.
so much fun.
It sure is. That's my sister's brainchild,
Yes.
and she is an incredible person. The original, the company started out as a printing company where people were just salesmen running around New York City, going up and down in the World Trade Center or the Empire State Building and trying to get business. And at some point, my uncle discovered that insurance agencies used a lot of paper. And we started to direct market to insurance agencies. And at some point, probably around 1980, we had 75,000 insurance agencies as clients.
Wow.
Yeah, so really, really successful. We were by far the largest printer in the independent insurance agency marketplace. But as I think we're probably going to talk about in this discussion, things change, and there aren't even maybe 35,000, 40,000 insurance agencies now. It's half of what it was in the 1980s. So when a market gets cut in half like that, you have to make decisions about what you're going to do. And we moved on to other markets and other products, and I think that's
where your entrepreneurial spirit
exactly
has kept you successful, because you've been able to evolve. Because your company, as you said, is over 90 years old, and you're being recognized by the Business Council of Westchester for entrepreneurial success. So how does a 90-year-old company stay entrepreneurial?
Well, have you ever heard the saying, necessity is the mother of invention?
Yes, a little bit.
Well, that's kind of how it happens. If you go back all the way to the 1960s, our top-selling product was blotters. I bet you don't even know what a blotter is.
I'm afraid that I do know what a blotter is.
If you wrote with a fountain pen, you would blot it. That was our best-selling product.
Yeah.
And then Bic came out with the ballpoint pen, and within a year, we didn't sell blotters. So you have to be on your toes. If you're a product-oriented company as opposed to a service-oriented company, if you're not thinking about your product life cycles and you're not planning for what the next big one is going to be, you're not going to last. I mean, there are some very, very big examples of that. Look at Kodak, look at Blockbuster, look at BlackBerry. I mean, these are companies who didn't think what was the next thing going to be, and they're gone.
Yeah.
And so we have always been doing that. So, obviously Blotters is not a product anymore. We eventually became a tremendous business forms printer. I mean, look around. Do you see anybody using business forms now? That's just not a thing.
Yeah.
Business forms are over. We moved up here around 28 years ago, so right around when the Business Council started this awards process. Right, this is the 25th year, I believe?
25th year.
Yeah.
And you are, what the listeners don't know is you're in Cortlandt Manor, so you're in northern Westchester.
Yes, we are.
Which is a little bit unusual for the type of company that you are.
Yes, it is.
We love it.
We are unusual in a couple of ways. I've also discovered that a lot of the companies in Westchester County, most of them actually, are service-oriented. There aren't a lot of companies in Westchester County where at the end of the day, a big truck pulls up and you fill it up with merchandise that you manufactured in your building in Westchester.
Yes.
It's kind of an unusual thing around here. I completely lost my train of thought about what I was talking about before that.
Well, we were talking about how a 90-year-old company stays entrepreneurial.
Okay. So, again, it's because we had to. We had to keep coming up with different ways of having tons of products to produce that weren't obsolete. So business forms became obsolete. We moved into another market. We left insurance. We didn't leave insurance, but insurance kind of left us. We moved into tax preparation and accounting, and they still use a lot of not forms so much, but they use a lot of paper products. And we are we're one of the two biggest suppliers to that industry. It's kind of hard to know who the biggest is because they're not telling us and we're not telling them.
Yep.
But
it will stay that way.
We have north of 20,000 clients in that
that's
marketplace
incredible.
as well.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And so now the internet and now AI have presented other huge challenges to the printing industry. So how do you see your company responding to these challenges in the near future? We're really testing this entrepreneurial spirit here, Stephen.
That's a great question, Marsha. So the internet obviously has been established for a long time now, and you can argue that that's one of the reasons we had a product reach its life cycle end, because that's why business forms are gone, because of the internet. In the same way that the internet changed things, it's a disruptor. AI obviously is going to be the next big disruptor. And if you're just reading about it in the newspapers now, if you're not actually using it by now, you're already behind and in trouble. It's the kind of thing where it's a skill, like a muscle that you have to exercise. Every day when you sit down to do something, you have to say to yourself, how could I do this with AI and do it better? And what that does is it forces you to think about what is it that this is going to do for me now or in the future. And you're exercising that muscle and you're getting good at using it. So I can give you a couple of great examples. Right now, we're negotiating to get our tariffs back. We import a lot of merchandise for our gift company from China, and hundreds and thousands of dollars of tariffs have been paid out by many companies like myself. And we want to try and get that money back now that those tariffs have been declared illegal. Well, we were looking at the data, and it's hundreds of thousands of lines of data spread out over 9 or 10 months of orders that we received from Asia. The staff that I had working on it estimated it was going to take a little over a month to go through all the data and figure out what we were going to try and recover. This is just to figure out what we were going to try and recover. Then we had a conversation about possibly doing it with AI. It took them 3 days.
Wow.
3 days. Now, it took a day to figure out how to do it with AI. But then 2 days later, we had all of the information, and we're already filing everything.
Wow.
So that's an example of how powerful it can be. But it is daunting when you first go to try and do it, and you look at the situation, and you say, I don't know how to do it. But the AI actually helps you. If it's almost like you talk to it, and it tells you what to do. It's absolutely amazing. Similarly, we're negotiating a contract with our logistics suppliers, and we're comparing one against the other. Same thing. We had to provide one with hundreds of thousands of data points organized in a certain way. We did that organization in a day using AI.
Yeah, it's really, really incredible. We're very proud at the Business Council of Westchester that we started the AI 360 Alliance almost 3 years ago. And this year we are educating, thanks to Google.org, 50 small businesses on how to use AI in their business. So we are the leading organization.
Business
that's
Council at
moving-
the cutting edge.
That's moving forward,
Yeah.
That's great. I actually asked AI the other day because I saw Wuthering Heights, and I ashamedly had not read the book or seen the first movie, but knew it was very different. And I wanted a comparison of the original to this because there was so much critic analysis of it, and it analyzed both. And then I went someplace last night, and a friend of mine said, "Look what I found on my bookshelf for you," and it's an old edition of Wuthering Heights. So now I'm going to read it. So
Great book.
So the AI. So I absolutely get. But you've used AI rather than seeing it as a challenge, as seeing it as kind of a business tool.
Yes.
To help your business grow.
Yes. Our design team is using it to put together our holiday line for ice cream.
Oh, cool. That's great. That is so great. So I know you also have a very special relationship with the Ark Westchester.
Yes, I do.
And by the way, the guest before you on another show is Tibby Guzman. So we're looking forward to that. And they've helped Minds Press achieve your corporate goals. Can we talk about that?
I would love to.
They're near and dear to my heart also.
I would love nothing more than to talk about the Ark Westchester. So if you're running any company that's even remotely successful, I can't imagine that you don't have as one of your corporate goals integrating with and giving back to the community in some way, shape, or form. And if you're not thinking that way, I don't know who raised you. But I can tell you that the Ark Westchester is one of the most incredible ways to accomplish that goal. We've been working with them for over 20 years now. And I have to tell you, when you bring somebody from the Ark Westchester's Employment Services Division into your facility and you kind of drop them in the mix, you're challenging your staff. You're saying to them, I know you're good people. I want you to show me now by helping this person succeed. And it's incredible. They consider it a challenge to their character, a test of their character. And nothing makes people feel better than passing a test of character. So when your staff get this person integrated and get them trained up and get them onboarded and get them to be successful, they feel good about themselves. And it brings your company together in a way that nothing else can.
It's wonderful.
It's a kind of charity. I almost wouldn't use the word charity because these people are very productive and they become great employees. I have 3 people now and they're all very productive.
Yeah.
But it's the kind of giving where you get to come to work every day and see the fruits of your giving. And it's just an incredible experience to be participating with.
Well, thank you, because the Business Council has been a part of the Ark Westchester since I've been here. And we've helped with many of the employer recognition breakfasts. I know you were recognized 2 years ago, I believe.
Oh, no, it was last year.
Last year. And the opportunities that you are giving people who might not have had opportunities like that is really, really incredible. And to give people opportunities and to gain productivity for your business as well.
Right.
And help your employees do good things, which is satisfying to them. That's a win-win-win all around.
Yeah. So. I mean, if you think about it, Theodore Roosevelt said one of the greatest gifts in life is working hard at work worth doing. It's one of my favorite quotes.
Yes.
And what he meant by that was accomplishing something makes people feel good.
Yes.
That's all. And people that have developmental disabilities don't necessarily have the opportunity to ever accomplish anything unless they're given the chance to work in a group with people that work in companies like mine.
Right. And the Ark, I know, also provides support to these employees.
Oh,
and to the
incredible
employer.
support.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes.
They're very, very good at it.
Yes, so I'm putting in a little plug to any employers that are listening as well.
Yep.
That there's wonderful support given by the organization to make sure that employee succeeds.
Yes, it wouldn't even be possible without the support they give.
Wonderful. So at this 25-year milestone for the Business Council of Westchester's Hall of Fame, how does this recognition reflect in your journey?
First of all, I'd like to say how flattered we are and how thankful we are that you guys are recognizing us like this. Like I said before, I know we're somewhat of a different company around here because we we have 130 people filling up a truck every day with a lot of merchandise, and there's no better feeling when you see that truck fill up and the doors close and when it drives away. It's great. But yes, we've had to reinvent ourselves over and over and over again to stay relevant and stay in business and stay profitable. And recognizing us for being an entrepreneurial company has made us realize, first of all, how much we've done that, how many times we've done it. And I can't tell you how many projects we've done that failed.
Well, that's part of being an entrepreneur.
It really is.
Yes.
You
It's lessons learned.
You hit it out of the park maybe 1 out of 5 times, but that's what keeps you going.
Yes.
But we have been doing that for all the time that we've been up here. And I have to say, because of what's happening in the marketplace now, especially with AI, which we discussed before, I think that the cycles are even going to tighten, and you have to reinvent yourself even more frequently. And we're prepared to do that. We actually we just launched a new company this month called Picmoto.
Yes.
It's spelled Pikmoto. And this is our first effort at business to consumer rather than business to business. And what it is, we are experts at a process called lenticular printing. That's maybe you've seen it. The original version of it was in a Cracker Jack box.
Yes.
You would get that little thing
that went back, yes.
Right, and you would move it. It's like a little lens, and the image would change. We do a ton of that for business-to-business purposes, but now we have a website where people can go on and take, so for example, a picture of a mom in the 9th month of pregnancy, and then the next picture is holding the little baby.
That's
and
great.
It's like a motion picture. When you walk by it, it moves from one image to the other. It's great, and we're already having a lot of success with it.
That's so much fun. We can't wait. Picmoto.
Yes.
We can't wait to see more about that.
It's the next big thing for us.
And so this is a great final question. Where do you see your leadership and your innovation headed next?
Well, that's kind of an open-ended question, but that's where we just see doing more of the same. We do think that coming up with more business-to-consumer products is probably the right move for us. It's going to leverage our skills on the internet, and it's going to leverage our skills with products that are not easy to replicate. That's critical. But we think that we're going to continue to build on things like Picmoto, and obviously our ice cream brand is doing very well. We're in thousands of stores all over the country, including the biggest stores like Walmart and Target and Kohl's and everybody else.
So adorable. Your sister was kind enough to give one for my granddaughter, and she loved it. Yeah,
she is incredible.
Yes,
she has incredible skills and
yes. Well, and how wonderful. And what a testament also to the family business that's continued into the next generations with different structures, different products, different things that you're doing, but still working together and innovating together. I love that story. So, Steve Mines, we're so proud to be honoring you with the Entrepreneurial Success Award. The Minds Press is amazing, and we're so glad that we got to know each other and that you're part of the Business Council of Westchester family. And we thank you for being our guest today. And we thank our sponsor, Westchester Medical Center, and our listeners. And of course, we can't wait till April 28th when we will celebrate you at Glen Island Harbor Club and the other incredible honorees. So thank you so much, Steve.
You are welcome, and we really want to say thank you to you guys for recognizing us. And I look forward to the 28th.
Yes, thank you.
Be sure to check out the BCW Podcast Network's expansive lineup of shows: Leadership Unleashed, What's Trending, Advocacy and Politics Unplugged, The Member Spotlight, and Nonprofit Voices of Impact. The Business Council of Westchester is the county's largest business membership organization focusing on economic development and advocacy. With over 1,100 members, it is our mission to work for the profitability of our members and the prosperity of the Westchester community. To learn more about the Business Council of Westchester, please go to thebcw.org.